Alright, so we had some people ask us about what to expect when getting a nuke, or what does a good nuke look like, whether you're getting it from us or you're getting it from somebody else. People just want to know, especially new people, want to know what they should be getting to make sure that they are getting what they're paying for. So we're looking at a couple of these nukes that are going to be going out to customers relatively soon, and we're just making sure everything looks on the up and up. That way there's no issues with our customers, or our customers don't experience any issues from us. So we're going to take a look at this nuke, and this is somewhat what you should be looking for. Every nuke's going to be a little bit different, but the first thing that we notice is there's a decent bee population. We have bees on all 5 frames, so that's a good start. These outside frames are generally, when we make nukes, are going to be resource frames. So my guess is that this is going to be a honey frame or a pollen frame. And so my assumption is correct. This has got some honey on it and nectar, and then on this side is more capped honey and some nectar. So we're just going to set that aside. This next frame generally is going to be the start of our brood nest. So we like to include 2 to 3 frames of brood, and these queens have been laying for quite some time now. So I would expect this to be mostly brood by this point. And that's what we do see. So we have cat brood right in the middle. And then on the perimeter we have some younger looking larvae. And then up here we have the nectar and honey. Some of it's getting capped, but that's what we want to see, a nice brood pattern. And then on this side, we have more capped brood. It looks like we can see right here, these bees are emerging. So the center of this brood frame is emerging, which is why we do not see any capped brood here. And we see here's a young baby bee or newly emerged bee. There's a bunch of young bees running around on this frame. And so this frame is actually emerging right now. So this will all emerge out, then the queen can come back in here and lay. But this is going to add to this bee population as well. So this nuke will have to be put into a 10 frame deep rather soon, because they say every frame of cat brood equates to 2 to 3 frames of bees. So that's going to emerge out. That's another at least 2 frames of bees. So we're up to 7 frames of bees, which in a 5 frame box isn't a good thing. And so here we are on this middle frame, and it's more of the same. So we can see that this ring of brood, it used to be a sheet of brood, but this ring now has emerged. We see a bunch of little new emerged bees running around. Here in this, right here, we can see this one is about to emerge. So the population is going up. Let's see if she has eggs in here. It's hard to tell in the shade. Yes, she already has this started to lay back up. So it won't take long, and then this will be another frame of brood. So she's laying it as fast as they're emerging, which is a good sign for our queen. And the backside looks the same. So another, used to be a sheet of brood from here to here, but now the middle is emerging. And here's our queen right here. She's a nice dark queen with the green dot. So she looks nice and healthy, moving around, looks good. So we found her. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this frame around and put her up against the frame that we already looked at, so I just know that she's safe in this process. She's up in this corner now. We'll move her back towards the middle, and we'll put her in against this frame. Actually, because this box is on a hill and it's going to want to slide, I'm just going to catch her so I know she's safe. So I'll put her in my queen catch. Push her back towards the middle. She doesn't want to go towards the middle. So we'll put her right in this cage, and then that way we know she's safe and can't get rolled in this process, because that would be bad. So we'll set her over there. And we'll take a look at our next frame, see how that frame wants to fall. That's one of the reasons why it's on a hill, and one of the reasons why I put her in that cage, because I just don't want to take that risk. So let's see if I can pull this out without that frame falling. So this is an outside brood frame. So this shows you what the brood frames were looking like before they emerged. So this one's got to be a couple days behind. I'm sure that they'll be emerging relatively soon, but she's got it all laid up where she can lay. So this middle part that she missed, if you can look at that, that's all pollen, so she couldn't lay there. So where she was able to lay, she was laying. So she's got a nice tight brood pattern. And then on the back side here, we have more cat brood and young larvae. So you can see the pearly white larva down in there. And so that will be a solid sheet of cat brood in the next couple of days. And then our last frame here, since our first frame of resources had a lot of honey, I'm assuming that this one is going to be some more honey, but also some pollen. Although this frame that's fighting me right now had pollen on it. I would assume that this one has a little bit more pollen, and as you can tell, it is a full frame of pollen. So they have a full frame of honey, a full frame of pollen, and 3 full frames of brood, 2 of which is emerging, and then the third one has some younger brood that is a few days behind the other ones. So this is what the nuke should look like. You should have all stages of brood. You should have ample resources, ample bees. You should see evidence that the queen has been laying, and you should have a nice healthy colony. So this is what that looks like. So we'll put everything back together, and then we'll remember to add our queen, and then this nuke will be ready in the next couple of days for pickup. So we'll add the queen back. She's got a couple of attendants in here with her. No, she didn't want to go yet. So here she goes. Nope, she's not ready to go yet. There she went. And I'll just shake these bees back in. But that's what a nuke should look like. I mean, another thing to point out here is we didn't use any smoke. So you shouldn't be getting spicy bees. Like, a nuke should be pretty chill bees. They're not very big. They should be nice and happy. So if this is not what you're getting, then you should talk to your nuke supplier. But this is what you should get, what you pay for. But there we go. That's it.